How's it going, everyone? ThrashGodSam here, and today, for the very first video on my YouTube channel, I would like to recommend to you some bands that if you haven't already listened to them, you should probably do that, because they're good. Oh, this is so nice. I feel like I don't have to, rush through everything. I can just, talk. And you all have to hear me listen. You all have to listen to me. Fuck. To start off this list is a band I won't talk too much about because I've talked about them a little bit on TikTok, and they already do kind of have a fan base, so if you know them, you already like them. And that band is Exhorder. Now, Exhorder is a kind of groove and thrash metal band. They had a huge amount of influence on Pantera, if that's worth anything to you. It is to me. However, they don't really sound like Pantera. They very much sound like their own thing, and their own thing is awesome. They have released 3 studio albums: Slaughter in the Vatican, The Law, and most recently, More in the Southern Skies, which is their first album in 27 years. It's kind of crazy, but it's an awesome album, and their first 2 are also amazing. I highly recommend starting with Slaughter in the Vatican. Desecrator is one of the greatest songs they've ever written, and there are just so many awesome, bombastic riffs and really violent, disgusting lyrics on that album. It's incredible. It's fucking awesome to listen to, and it's just so cool. Check out Exhorder. Next up is Phantom Witch. Phantom Witch are a thrash metal band from California. If you are familiar with the J-Haw Films YouTube channel,
I thought it was such foreskin.
you are without a doubt familiar with Phantom Witch. Chris Thrasher talked about them a lot for a period of time, and he's still a fan, I believe. These guys make some awesome thrash metal. The vocals are very unique and very cool. They have some really great riffs on their stuff, and I really don't know how to talk that much about them, because as cool as Phantom Witch are, they're kind of hard to describe. They're very beyond words. It's Phantom Witch. It's good thrash, and I highly recommend you check it out. They released their first full studio album, Death as We Know It, this year. It is fantastic. These guys are just amazing, and I recommend you go check them out. And I believe they are still selling patches on their site, so if you like that, you can grab one of these woven Phantom Witch patches. The next band I want to talk about is Batushka. Getting into Batushka is going to be a little bit difficult, partly because there are a couple different versions of this band. Batushka started out as one band with one sound. It was very much black metal, but it wasn't inherently satanic, and it incorporates all these different instruments as well as the use of traditional Catholic chants, which is weird. I think they're Catholic. They're traditional Christian chants, and it's weird, but it's very, very good. Features some incredibly dark and blackened riffs and some amazing singing, both screams and clean vocals. Now, the reason that getting into Batushka is kind of weird is because there was a split that happened. So the split that happened was between the singer of the band and the main songwriter. Now, the singer felt like the album was taking too long to make, and the main songwriter was taking his time, very much trying to produce the best project possible for Batushka's second album. What happened was the singer went behind the main songwriter's back and attempted to put out a second album of his own, which was his Batushka album, Hospodi. It's trash. It's awful. It's not worth your time by any measure. However, that lead songwriter still made that second Batushka album with his own version of the band, and I believe that one is Liturgia or something like that. I don't entirely know how it's pronounced. I will leave links to all of these, by the way, in the description, but that version is the one you want to look at. The songwriter's Batushka is the better version. The first official Batushka album and the one album by Krzysztof, I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name correctly, and I'm so sorry. The real Batushka definitely needs your support. I recommend you do pay for the albums, pay as much as you can. This guy is making good music, and he's gotten fucked over by Metal Blade Records, rat bastards. So I would recommend you go to his Bandcamp and give this guy as much support as you can. Once again, that band is Batushka and is the songwriter's version. The next band I want to talk about is Cemetery Urn. These guys are awesome. They make death metal, real heavy, real meat and potatoes death metal. They don't do anything insanely special. They don't do anything really weird or out there. It's just good, balls to the fucking wall death metal. And it features some really awesome lyrics, kind of crazy deep vocals and these really chunky guitars, powerful drums. And I actually recently got a patch from them as well. They are signed to Hell's Headbangers Records, and when I picked up the cassette version of one of their albums, I received this patch. I don't know if you can see that. And actually, I should also say I have a Batushka patch as well. However, I don't think that's that official. The next band I want to talk to you guys about, holy fucking shit, I'm excited to talk about this band. Because this band, I don't even know if I can show this album cover, because it is gory. It is a photograph of some real gory shit. But that band, I'm going to show you the back, is Pissgrave. Pissgrave, blackened thrash metal, the most evil album to come out this year. I mean that thoroughly from the bottom of my blackened heart. This is the most evil album to come out this year, maybe this decade. The vocals are terrifying and distorted and disgusting, and the guitars are fast and grindy and really there is a lot of technical skill going on here with some very black metal production, very, very kind of scary sounding. This is what I imagine a group of fucking sleep paralysis demons making a band would sound like. That's also what I think Portal would sound like, but we're not talking about Portal today. Although you should also check out Portal. Pissgrave have pushed a lot of fucking boundaries, especially with this album art. I remember going to the record store to pick it up, and it had the wrap around it, like the cellophane wrap, to keep the album safe. And there was a sticker over the front of the album art that just said the name and the album title, because they just couldn't show this fucking album art. I may pick it up on vinyl just so I can have that extra large version of this disgusting album art, but until then, I would highly recommend you guys go check out Pissgrave. Again, all these links are going to be in the description, and they're available at your local record stores. Go support the small businesses. They really fucking need it. Next up is a band that I saw when I saw Exhorder for the first time when they were on tour with Cataclysm, and that band is Hatchet. This is another thrash metal band. They are, once again, from California, from the Bay Area. They are familiar with that real Bay Area thrash sound. I knew I was going to like these guys from the first time I heard them, and so I actually wound up buying a patch from them right then and there on the spot. You can see it's currently living next to Cemetery Urn and right below Ozzy Osbourne next to Dark Throne. Holy fuck, these guys are cool. Their vocals are very distinct. There's a certain sound where it's oh, that's something I haven't really heard before. The guitar tones on all of their albums are genuinely beautiful. This is some fucking Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time level of tone beauty. It is amazing, and I cannot recommend you check Hatchet out enough. All of their stuff is on iTunes. It is on Spotify. It is out there. Give them a listen. They are awesome, and their most recent album, Dying to Exist, came out earlier this year, I think. No, it came out last year. Ignore me. I'm incorrect. But once again, that is Hatchet. Give these guys a listen. They're some great thrash metal. Next band on the list is Wraith. Now, if you are a fan of Toxic Holocaust, you need to check out Wraith, and I'll explain why. Wraith's sound is very similar to Toxic Holocaust, but there's a distinct difference there. Wraith kind of have their own thing going. They have a little bit more blackened tone and a little bit more blackened lyrics. Toxic Holocaust focuses a little bit on political issues. Wraith seem more content to focus on black metal type themes for their songs. Songs like Devil's Hour, Acid Math, and War of Aggression all kind of fit into that. And there's even a Misfits cover on here, which I gotta say is pretty cool. Hearing death come ripping in this style is awesome, and I cannot recommend you check them out enough. Well, I guess that's all the bands I wanted you guys to check out today. If you did enjoy this, please give it a like. If you are here from TikTok, thank you for supporting me on this. I'm liking this long form kind of style of content, and I want to keep doing it. I like this kind of stuff. I like being able to just talk for a while. It's great. I really enjoy it. And if you are not from TikTok and you want to see me more regularly, go and follow me on TikTok. It is ThrashGodSam, just like it is on here. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and see y'all next time.